welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to gym practices for Kerbal Space Program 2, because Lord knows I needed more experience in this game. So I'd like to introduce to you what is technically called the Multi-Moon Station, because I'm trying to take advantage of those sweet government contracts. But what I've been taken to calling the Chungus, because look at this boy. Look at it. So I've made some upgrades since the last time we spoke that include a set of landing legs, so that this thing can now land back at the Space Center when it's done. And I've also included a viewing cupola, you know, because you want to take some pretty pictures while you're there. So to get all of the money from the contracts, this is going to be a bit tight. So first off, we're going to launch the Chungus, and then we're going to launch the lander that I made. We're going to rendezvous them in low Earth orbit, and then we're going to take them first to the Mun, and then once we've gotten all of the science that we can out of there, then we're going to take them to Minmus. Hopefully this all goes according to plan. But it never does. So why don't I show you what happens when we launch this monstrosity? Come on. Self. On. Yeah, my computer does not like this thing. My computer has some grievance against this monstrosity. All right. So we'll do a quick save. Ah, crap, I forgot to put the people on it. Come on, man. Get it together. So you need 2 pilots. And you need 2 scientists, but you're going to need to pick them up from the other space station. Okay. So, I already have a space station in orbit around the moon and one around Minmus, so we're going to rendezvous with those 2 to pick up some passengers of the way. But I need 2 pilots in here for the starters, and we're going to go with Jeb and Val for the time being. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave Val for the actual land opponent. So let's just launch for Jeb. You know what? You had it in 1. You could have just left it. You dummy. Come on, buddy. All right. Now, what happens when we launch it? All right, so quick save, throttle down because I always forget to do that. And go. Oof. Oh, she's slow. Oh, she's so slow. Come on, Chungus. So, since the last time we spoke, I have replaced pretty much all of this with solid rocket motors because they're cheaper, easier to work with than these tanks here, which require a whole lot of finagling and arguably aren't as powerful. But that does mean that we're at the whim of the solid rocket motor gods, who basically just do whatever they want. Like this one here, testing this over the weekend, just falls off from time to time. I've strutted it to an inch of its life, but it just falls off. It just does what it feels like. And these 2 here, very occasionally will take out a winglet when they are decoupled later in the flight. So, let's start the roll. And then let's start pitching over. That was a bad roll. Alright, how are we looking? And go. Explosions! Alright, 45. okay. Throttle down a bit. Let the solid rocket motors carry you into orbit. Oh, every time I fly this thing, it's just so big. Every time I fly it, it's just nerve-wracking because it's likely to explode at the drop of a hat. Alright, we're up to 65. Hitch over a little bit more. We're going to try and get it up to about 100, because 100 you get to a lot easier to do warp, to do time warp for for docking. You can time warp up to 100 over 100 Ks. We'll get it up to about 100. Plus, that's a nice round number. Let's make that straight on. Alright, don't take out a winglet. Alright. Should probably throttle up here. 82. 3, 4. Yeah, you can't really see much from there, can you, Jeb? It's all right. I'll get rid of that that nose cone for you in a second. All right. Let's you. And then let's get rid of you. And now Jeb can see. Oh, well, kind of. Alright. How far away from my apoapsis am I? Not terribly far. Alright, so set prograde. And how are we doing? 44 seconds. Alright. Come on. How much more have I got? 400 meters? Well, let's get going. Even with all of the extra rocket motors I have, I still wasn't able to get this thing into orbit fully fueled. But hopefully our I've over-designed the lander stage enough that it will have some fuel so that we can load it up with whatever's left when we rendezvous the two. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 81. Perfect. Alright. Okay. Up there. Circularize it over 100. I should extend my solar panels. It was nearly bad. I nearly hit the jettison fuel contents of the fuel tank button. Okay. Steady on there, boys. Don't vibrate yourselves. Ah, beans. Alright, we're over 100 now. Perfect. Alright. So that's the Chungus in orbit. Now we need to get the lander up. So first off, really, the thing that I found easiest for docking to spacecraft is to set your target to point true north. Makes it so much easier when you need to come, find it, and to move in from the top. Makes things so much easier. Okay, so Now we'll go back to the Space Center and we will launch the lander part. All right. So just quickly do a final systems check of the lander. I've definitely forgotten something, but we won't find that out until later, I guess. Where is it? Multi-moon lander. There we are. That. Okay. So the launcher itself is pretty simple. It's just 3 solid rocket motors, mainsail, and a skipper. Then the lander itself. So the lander itself I'm going to use to fulfill one of the contracts, which is to leave a satellite in a specific orbit of Minmus. So I'm trying to make this as redundant as possible. So we've got an ore converter, drill, an ore tank, and an RCS tank, and then some science tanks, your relay, antenna, and your directional antenna. And then you've got all the science experiments, and then the ladders to get down. Docking port at the top, and RCS around. I think we're all good to go. The only thing is, couldn't get the symmetry to work, so these have to be extended manually, but that's the notes. So, who's my pilot in here? Val and Bill. Yeah, Detop, you can stay. You blew up your ship, so you're grounded for a little bit. We'll need to transfer them off when we do the shuttling of crew back and forth, but hopefully we can just park the 2 ships next to one another and then RCS the crews across. So, where is my station? Where is the Chungus? This is over there. Okay, so wait until the Chungus horizon. Chungus. Over the horizon. Just coming up the horizon now. All right. Go. Oh, you went past me. Should delete Detop shipwreck. Useless. All right. Ready, Chungy? Where are you? All right. Whatever. You're the white knight ship. Why are you over there? All right. 3, 2. Oh, quick save. You ready, Val? Ready, Bill? 3, 2, 1, go. Throttle down. Solid rocket motors do their work. All right. Oh yeah, 2Ks. Thing has a fairly capable reaction control system. I've only half filled the RCS tanks. I'm trying to save them for marriage. Oh no, this thing does this. No, come back. No. What are you doing? There we go. All right. We're not completely hosed. It's all right. Settle down, Bill. All right, 30Ks. Right, we can fix that inclination change when we get into orbit. And makeshift Separatrons, go! Yes! Works like a charm. Well, you make a big fireball. Throttle up. Five, 8, and pitch over. Turn slightly to the south just to bring that inclination down. And throttle down for a sec. Distance 80 Ks. Ah, that beans. Right, let's see. Fix that. Prograde. Oh, orbit prograde. Dude. Alright, we're going to try and bring those as close as possible. 6, 6, 7, 8. Oh, stage. On. Stage. Go. 7. 8. How we doing? 45 kilometers. How we doing? 30 Ks. Can we do better than that? Can we get up to orbital speed? All right. Can we just brute force it? Yeah. Let's just brute force this. Oh, I'm back in map ball. Alright. So let's point prograde towards our target. Actually, sorry, we point retrograde to our target. Do a quick save to make sure I'm not bunting that. Now let's point towards it. Need to be pointing towards it. Pull up. Close to. It's a horribly inefficient way of docking. Alright, point towards my target again. I just can't be bothered. Flip around, would you? Oh, also you need just on electricity. Ah, plenty. I'm not worried about that. Okay. Second there, I had included solar panels on this thing. 0.8Ks? How much fuel have I got left? This thing. Not a lot. Alright. How close am I going to get? 1.8Ks. Oh, loaded my craft in there. Page again. Right. Turn so much. I don't like that drill ping in your engine bell. Oh, that's not great. 200 meters. 100 meters. Scooch in. Here's my sun. Easy to dock in sunlight. I'm gonna below it. That's not ideal. Just change it to face south. Yeah, I might do that. Close. Single close. He does it. Alright, switch craft. And you face south. This thing doesn't have any RCS on it. And if my previous docking experience has taught me anything, I'm going to retract my solar panels. Even though I have an engineer on board who can fix them, this thing's got plenty of charge and I don't want to have to worry about that. Alright, so now we're going to change on Clamptron. Come on. Oh, you've got a Clamptron there. Here. Ah. There we are. Nope. Yes. Alright. Change to... First off, let's face the right direction. Are you? Never work out the nav ball. Face north. I'm going to turn off display staging. Alright. So now we need to go... RCS on. Oh. Face the right direction. Oh. Alright. So, pro tip. You want to make sure that this thing, are all in the same spot and north. Let's just make sure I'm always pointing. Okay. So, it should go forward. There we go. Do a quick save. On faster. 5, Does it? Alright, we're getting close now. Don't fuck this up. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, these videos aren't safe for children. On. On. And magnets. There we go. Mated. Docked. All right. How do we go? And all right. Now we can extend our solar panels. All right. Let's get going to the moon. All right. Where is the moon? Where are we? There. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. This thing's got oodles of fuel. I'm really worried. All right. And we're back. Okay, how long have we got left? 2 minutes. How long's this burn? 5 seconds. 5 seconds? Is that right? Let's deactivate this engine before I forget. 55 seconds, exactly. Okay. Are you ready to go to the moon? I can only see your messages when I leave the game, Deanna. Okay. We ready? How much time we got left? A minute. And so, pro tip with maneuver nodes. I've got to do an 821 meters per second burn, and it's going to take 55 seconds to burn. Now, I want it to be half on either side of the point where I'm making the maneuver. So I wait until I've got about 27.5 seconds left, and then I fire my engines. But because I like to throttle down towards the end, I normally fire with about 30 seconds to go. All right. Are we ready to go to the moon? Go for TLI. Alright, so once I make it to the moon, I need to park next to what I've called the Lunar Gateway, which is a previous space station that I set up, which has some people on it, and some fuel and stuff. I don't think we're going to take any of their fuel. I think we'll leave it, but I think we will take some of the people. And almost there. 100. Throttle down. Get accurate. Close. Yeah, that'll do it. Ooh. Fun one. How close does that get me? Nice and close. Are we interested in saving some fuel? Am I that desperate? Yeah, plenty of fuel. Is it worth wasting an orbit just to get a closer approach? Can I even warp there? No, I can't. Nah, I can't be bothered. Alright. Let me warp there. Save. Done. Just stop. Oh, I can. Yeah, why not? Can I auto warp so far? Oh, you. Right, go here. Alright, so you might be noticing that the moon looks a little bit funky. And that's because I have, since we last spoke, I have inserted a survey satellite into the orbit around the moon. It tells me where the good deposits of ore are. Now, there's not really any good contenders on an equatorial orbit. There's these two up here, which are really good contenders. But they're kind of highly inclined, and that would just make things annoying. This one here, and in this crater here, look pretty good. So I think I might set down in this crater here, because that's fairly close to an equatorial orbit. I reckon I could get away with it. Alright, so how are we doing? Alright, let's set ourselves prograde. Oh, she turns like a truck. Alright. And circularize. That was some weird orbital predictions. Alright, how am I doing on that contract? Scientists. Oh, wrong one. For 10 seconds. Yes, contract. Look at that. Wait. Got the cheddar. Yes. Complete. Nope. That one. Yes. Got some money again. All right. Plant a flag. All right. Rendezvous with the Lunar Gateway. What's our inclination? 5. Is this thing inclined? Or is it me? Alright. My inclination here. God, I got a lot of shit around the moon that I need to get rid of. I mean, at least I'll be covered for com link. Alright. Set myself up correctly. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes, perfect. Look at that. That took all of a second. All right. So set as target. Let's a prograde and walk here. Bye. Down. Down, 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 down. Really close, actually. We're just eyeballing it. My distance 100 kilometers. Right. All right. We turn prograde first. Heat up so we can actually face the right direction. And warp here, set retro. Oh, you dunce of a computer. Alright, fine. Set prograde. Exit out of physics warp. Warp to here. Set retrograde. Thank you. Down. Alright, now let's see. Get close. There. Perfect. Um 3, 2, 1. That. Keith. Now, I just need to get close to you. I don't need to dock with you. I just need to get close enough to transfer your sweet boys that you have in your little tuchus. Yes! 6.8, I can work with that. It's target. Target is what we want. Facing target retrograde. Where the hell is target retrograde? Over there? Okay. How far away are you now? Are you? Yeah, alright. Close enough. And... out. Okay. Point towards the target, please. Nope. 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 Target. Point towards the gateway. How close can I get? 7 Ks? That's not so far. 0.7 Ks is far enough that a Kerbal can do that distance. And about to start getting further away. Slow and steady wins a race. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So, in an act that will surprise probably none of you, I've been listening to a great audiobook at the moment called A Man on the Moon, which is a history of all of the different Apollo missions. And the point where I'm up to now, they're up to Apollo 12, which is obviously the second landing on the moon. So I need Desfen and on. And they were talking about how two of the... I've only got the one scientist. I've got so many pilots on this station. Good lord. All right, well, we're going to need to pick up a scientist from the Minma station. Anyway, how the two scientists... sorry, not the two scientists. The two astronauts who... two of the astronauts who were on Apollo 12 had previously flown on one of the Gemini missions, which was kind of the precursor to Apollo, where they tested a lot of the things that they need to do to get Apollo to work. And at one point in the mission, one of them was tasked with standing up inside their opening the doors to their spaceship, standing up and taking some photos of the stars, just in his spacesuit, just kind of exposed to the vacuum of space. Well, not exposed to the vacuum of space, but in a vacuum of space, in his spacesuit, taking photos, just hanging out the door. And because these things were about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, the other guy in the spaceship with him had to have his spacesuit on and just kind of sit there waiting for it. And at one point, the guy who wasn't doing anything, who was just sitting down, fell asleep because he was bored. And he woke up after who knows how long and said, "Oh, can you believe this? I'm asleep." And the other guy went, "Huh? What'd you say? Sorry, I was asleep." And man, those two guys are just the greatest. They are my heroes. That's what I'd do if I ever went to space. Close. Doing. And press F to grab. Board. Alright, so we have scientist, pilot, engineer. Where the hell is Bill? No, sorry. Where's Bob? Where the hell is Bob? Is Bob on Minmus? Bob on Minmus. No, but we do have another scientist there. Okay, so we're gonna have to pick up another scientist from Minmus, but that's fine. Frick is Bob? Ah, whatever. Bob must be on the Sentinel station. Alright. Multi-moon. Switch to... Right. So, where is that crater that I wanted to land in? Why has my overlay gone? Ooh, I don't like that. No, I want you to show ore. I want you to show trade ore versus heat map green. That's what we want. Okay. That's the thing I want to land in. Now, where's multi-moon? Oh, multi-moon. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, where was I? Right, landing. Oh, come on, I just had that overlay back. That's not fair. Okay, landing there. Alright, so first off, what crew have I got in here? Valentina and Bill. Bill, you can come out there. My scientist. Desvin. Yeah, Desvin. Desvin. Go in there. Alright. Back away. Our landing legs out. Oh, great. Okay, I think we've got enough to land, but hope. Let's convert that ore. Base. Just stay. Need your RCS. Just face that way. Raw. Running? Yep, okay. Stupid goddamn radiator on the... Wait, why are you heating up? What's getting hot here? Start. Alright, are you back down to normal temperature yet? Alright, let's try that again. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Why? Why are you being a pain in the ass? Wait until I land you, aren't I? Great. Well, that's worthless. Never goes according to plan, kids. Alright, how hot are you? Cool off. Just chill. Don't make my thing explode. Worked fine in the tests. I don't know why you're being such a pain in the ass about this. Alright. Note to self, include a radiator next time. Alright. Well, that was a bust. So where am I landing again? Survey sat. Show me all. Multi-moon. And right. Right. So it's the next one. Okay. Nope. I really don't know if I've got enough to land you first. I really should have refilled your tanks. Can I get a gimme on that one? Can I get a gimme? How are we looking? You want to be retrograde? Of course. Gotta activate your engine. I don't have that much fuel, so we're gonna go for a kind of suicide burn. So a suicide burn is when you wait until the last possible second to fire your engines before you land. Good. Act burn. How handy that they've added that. Right, so we want to land just on the other side of this crater here. That's time of day than this. Oh. We're looking on fuel, Johnny. Plenty of fuel. All right. Radar, altimeter. Okays. Doing, boys. Doing okay? Text so you don't die. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Slow is smooth, fast, especially when you can't see. With engine cut off. Contact light. Alright. Did it. Alright. Now will you start? Nope. I really don't get it. You worked just fine when I was testing you. Alright. Pull off. Alright, Valentina. Plant that flag. Oh, sorry. And my ladder. Tina. Sunrise. Tina. That flag, girl. Oh, look at the textures are so much better on these things than they used to be. Alright, plant that flag. Maybe it's just that I had a crap computer back then. Chungus brought us here, but will our sender be able to take us? Okay. The airport, get sweet, sweet science, take a surface sample. Get that sweet, sweet science. Let's do all of the experiments before we send the other guy out to do all the sciencey things. Science. That. That. Can't remember if Bob can reset it. Sorry, if Desvin. Store. Take data. 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 Board. Report. Gives me that science. You. 100 science, hell yeah. Try to put that someplace more accessible, but this'll do. Alright. Couple hundred sites there. We're only on this. Alright. Now that you're there. Let's get ground and then I'll... Actually, it's probably not the best idea to start drilling. The Kerbal is this close to the drill. Let's get the science experiments out. Pole station. Put them Scotia way. Shooter down. Ooh, makes a fun noise. Need a solar panel. How you got? We are available. Fired. On. Why are you not producing any power? Ooh. Right enough. Okay. Let's try that one more again. Nope. No. You figured it out. Get the... Oh, yeah. Let's get the nickel card out. Get the... Amada. Want. So much fun. Unpowered. Alright, we need another solar panel then. And now, if this isn't enough power for you, I don't know what. Yes. our solar panel out, and then we can get the rest out. All right, set up. It's two only landed days away. Have fun. You analyze. You need a Oop. Power. All right. Yeah. You're not making as much electricity as you were making the other day. I have to sort you out in a minute, but first, try grilling. Love it. Ooh, that. All right. Service half. Okay. All right, that's about 100 times better than I was getting at the last place. So how? Slowly. Alright, I think that's where I'm gonna cut it for the time being. Until I can refuel this thing, because none of you people want to watch that. So it's been fun. And we'll see you next time when this thing is fully refueled. In about 50 years by the looks of it. Bye!